This call to prayer is sponsored in memory of our late father, Alhaji Muhammad Abdullah. May Allah grant him Al-Jannah Firdaus. This is sponsored by his children.
Alhamdulillah, dear viewers at home, thank you once again for joining. And if you are just joining us, this is Ramadan special live on NTA Benin Network Center, and we're in the lecture segment listening to the topic dealing with disease outbreak, importance of hygiene in Islam. And we have our father already seated here, Malam Suleiman Abubakar. He has told us that one of the ways to deal with disease outbreak is proper hand hygiene, washing your hands very well. Something that we think is trivial is actually very important to dealing disease. Then he also mentioned cleaning our surrounding, ensuring that there's no stagnant water to aid breeding of any form of vector. So our father will continue while we'll take some more important points, and thereafter we would open the line for calls to come in for questions for our father. So our father, please kindly continue.
So like I said before now, so we should ensure personal hygiene and cleaning our environment. And when there is outbreak of contagious disease, we have to be very careful. The Prophet has said also in another hadith that when there is an outbreak, do not visit the place and do not migrate from that place. If there's a patient that is infected with TB, a bacterial infection, for example, TB, in case of a parent that is TB, you don't say because the person is your relation, so let us just be very close to this person. First and foremost, what we advise, Islamically and medically, is that you don't share the same cup, the same spoon with that patient. Otherwise, every member of the family will be infected. They have nobody to take care of each other. So when the patient has contagious disease, you distance yourself away from that person and take the necessary precaution not to equally get yourself infected, so that the two of you will not become a patient. For a TB patient, if the TB patient coughs, the bacterial infection can remain in the air for close to about 20 or 15 minutes. And at that point in time, if you have low immunity, you get infected from that coughing of that patient. So the patient is isolated. And you're supposed to take out the patient from the house, get the test done for the person. Once it's established that this person has TB, tuberculosis, then the person is given, for now, I have left the service. Before I left, the treatment was still free. But you find out that some people will still defer that treatment. They prefer to run away. They will not take the treatment. And when you do that, you are infecting others. Islamically, it is not wise, and Islam condemns this. Prophet said when there's an outbreak, that means there's an outbreak of cholera or COVID. You will understand that during COVID, there was even a restriction in interstate travel. If you are in Lagos, you are not allowed to come to Benin. If you are being allowed to come to, even though some security men pay way for people to travel after parting out with some money, it was for own personal good. It is also in line with Islamic injunction that when there's an outbreak, before I say when there's an outbreak in locality, do you not migrate from that locality and do you not visit that locality? And one of the essence of taking care of COVID-19 was that when you don't spread, you don't travel. There was restriction all over the world. Even for those that are coming to the country, they were restricted for a period of about 14 days before they are allowed to interact with other people in the community. So when there is contagious disease, you have to be very careful in managing, like Ebola, for example. When there's an outbreak of Ebola, you have to distance yourself, but because a medical person at that time has not been diagnosed, they fell victim. So once there's a contagious disease, you don't say, oh, I don't want to show love. No, you distance yourself from that patient so that you yourself will not become a patient. I think that nobody will treat each other. So there are precautions you have to take. You don't share the cup with that person. You don't share the intimacy with that particular person. For people that fall down as HIV patients, there are some methods you have to equally take so that you don't have to get yourself infected. So once you follow some of these procedures, and also the clothes we put in, taking care of ourselves, like I earlier said, you bathe yourself. A lot of things you need to do that you think they are minute, at the end of the day, it will go a long way to solve our problems.
Thank you so much, sir. So, talking about COVID, sir, is it that COVID is entirely gone, because I remember how the whole space thing was. You have to keep a distance, you have to stay away from people. So what do you think? What do you advise? Is it that we should assume that it's gone, or we just go about our normal lives?
For now, we think it's gone. Even when there was an outbreak, we, the medical personnel, we suffered a lot. And at the time, we begin to think, is this a scam? For those of us who are in Nigeria? Because Allah bless us with a weather that most of the virus and bacteria cannot survive. Because like humid area, it was easy for them to survive. So like in Nigeria, we didn't believe that there was actually outbreak of COVID. Because when we observe and the news that was coming from other parts of the world, if it has come to Nigeria, I don't think anybody will believe it by now. Because we did not actually observe the prescription, the precaution we are supposed to take. We didn't observe it. Though we still advise that people will still put in wear their face mask and all the rest, but for now, it is not pronounced like that. Though people still go about to lecture you, keep that, this and all the rest, but it's not pronounced anymore. So we can as well say that we have not had cases of COVID for now. If there is, it may not be more than 1% or 5% in the whole of the country.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, sir. Then, sir, talking about alternative medicine, some persons still feel like you don't go about this drug, and filling your system with these chemicals, according to how they call it. So some persons feel, okay, if something is wrong with you, for instance, you have an headache, you should like massage some parts of your body and you'll be fine. Some others think it is roots and herbs that can actually help us, like getting the leaves fresh, getting the woods very fresh. So do you think that one has an advantage over the other, or we can use both side by side for proper management for any illness or disease?
I think before I proceed to answer your question,
okay,
first and foremost, in medicine or medically, there's no room for assumption. And for you to say somebody has headache, or he has, like headache for example, it's not an ailment, it's a sign that something is wrong with the system.
okay.
Once you have headache, the first thing a patient is supposed to do, you check your BP. If it's normal, then you check your PCV level, that is packed cell volume. Because when you have much blood in your system, it could result to that. And you may have eye problem. It can give you a signal of headache. So it's not sickness at all. But what we do most of the time today, in Nigeria, everybody is a doctor, everybody is a nurse, everybody is a pharmacist. Once a drug is prescribed for you, I just have headache. The next thing you go to the chemist and ask for Panadol. And one tablet of Panadol is 500 milligrams. So by the time you take 3 times a day, you have consumed 30,000 milligrams in your system. And by so doing, you have overwhelmed your liver, because for every drug, we consider it as poisonous.
Okay.
Every drug considered as poisonous. First and foremost, yes, traditionally you can take herbs, but the first step you have to take is to diagnose what you are treating. Because we do a lot of guesswork. Even in medicine, that's why we say in medical laboratory science, we call it oracle of medicine. You have to first of all diagnose, even in normal medicine, outside traditional. So the first thing, if you have to use herbs, are you treating malaria or typhoid? Because sometimes they come in the same symptoms, come with the same symptom. If I have typhoid, for example, I may be feverish. If you have malaria, you may be feverish. But typhoid is bacterial infection, while malaria is parasitic infection. So both are not the same. So if you are treating malaria, it's parasitic infection, while typhoid is bacterial infection. Before you apply your, whatever you call it, your herbs and all the rest, it's recommended. Government are beginning to give license to people to, actually, most medicine we take today, it's just that it has passed through chemical process. It is more natural to go through bacterial infection. Like somebody just discovered recently, a professor, forgotten the university, presented a lecture, what we call a Zobo drink, hibiscus, this thing that I forgot the botanical name. Yeah. That if you must prepare it, it takes care of so much, many elements in our system. It takes care of what's it called, high blood pressure. When you take this without mixing it up with other ingredients, like adding sugar and all the rest, it should be prepared naturally. When you add other ingredients, it reduces the value of that Zobo. It's a very good treatment for hypertension. Someone that I just discovered it, a professor, one of the universities, I carried out researches. It is good that you do it, but you have to first know that a person is hypertensive or not. Why? How do you do that? By taking the person to see a medical doctor or carry out, use the sick to know the value of the person. And when you are equally taking drugs or herbal medicine, you equally have to follow it up with tests. Because if somebody is hypertensive and you now take more drugs and you now make the person hypo, it becomes a problem. We have hypertension, we also have hypotension. That is low BP and ailment. I suffer from hypotension. When the BP is too low, it's even more dangerous to have hypotension than hypertension. So when you are treating, so all these are things, but today in Nigeria, once you have a headache, you are just feverish, or get malaria. When you are even giving you the drug, they give you underdose. For example, taking bacterial drugs, it must not be less than 5 days. You just take, there was an experience I had when I traveled to Port Harcourt some years back. I actually had an injury. I just asked for cicatrine powder so as to apply it on it. The Igbo man, because I was on turban, he felt he was dealing with a fool or somebody that is not literate. He didn't have a medical person. He just said, man, I just take 2 ampicillin, chop them, go finish. I just look at my lab. I said, do you person you are talking to? I now asked, what is the dosage of the antibiotic you are prescribing to me? He was shivering. I said, ideally, you are not supposed to sell this drug. It's over-the-counter drug you are supposed to. You are not a pharmacist. But today, see people that will go for 6 months training, they go and open a chemist, they be selling a syringe and injection, selling drugs that you don't even know the composition and all the rest, the interaction of the drug. You can take drug and that will be the end of your life. You don't know the type of drug you are giving. So I still don't advise, even though you are going medical or traditional, it is good to first establish what you are treating. Don't just wake up and say, I'm not a nurse, I'm a pharmacist. That's what's happening in Nigeria. It's not done in other countries. You cannot go to a chemist without a pharmaceutical company without prescription. So today people just sell out drugs. You don't know what you are consuming. You don't even know what you are treating. You just swallow it. The doctor say, when I get this on that day, now this kind of this thing, now this one doctor prescribed for me that day. You just present it, and that can cause a lot of damages to that person's life. Irreversible damage sometimes. May Allah SWT guide us right. So let us first establish what is wrong to us by first of all going to diagnose what is wrong before you now begin to take up how to get back your treatment.
Alhamdulillah, thank you very much once again, sir. So inshallah, we'll be having the Ramadan special promo, and where inshallah we'll be giving gifts. Maybe that will be our question and answer segment that we'll be doing. So and talking about importance of hygiene, sir. So are we saying that there is going to be all of these illnesses are going to be reduced to the minimum when we take and we take precautions in terms of hygiene, washing our hands, wearing proper clothing, brushing our teeth, and the rest? Are we saying that it will drastically reduce irrespective of which of the diseases it is?
Yes, of course. It will reduce to the barest minimum. If, for example, you don't brush your teeth, you give it for bacteria, there's dental caries. The bacteria will live there and destroy the calcium in your teeth, and you have problem. By the time you already have grown the age that is supposed to replace your tooth, you go and look for artificial teeth that will not be of benefit to you. Just men brushing the teeth at night. You must not go to bed without rinsing your mouth or brushing your teeth. If you consume any food, you have to take time. Either you use your chewing stick or brush your teeth before going to sleep. Don't leave any particle of food in your mouth. When you do that, the bacteria will feed on it and destroy the calcium in your teeth. At the end of the day, you are going to pull that tooth and you replace it. Very expensive these days. And of course, if you don't want to do that, then you open your mouth. When people begin to laugh at you, you must definitely replace out of your carelessness. So that's why sometimes personal hygiene takes care of so many diseases. Not only you equally take care of others. For example, you go to some people's room, you find everywhere dirty. Why mosquitoes not finish you? Why will you not continue to go to the toilet every now and then?
Alhamdulillah, inshallah, I have picked a lot from the lecture, and I hope that many of us at home are doing the same. Cleanliness indeed is next to godliness. I want to say that Islamically, hygiene and its importance cannot be overemphasized. So we will continue the lecture when we return, and that will be when we'll be taking calls from our viewers at home. You may want to ask a few questions. You may want to get clarification on a few things. Let's have the advert on Ramadan special promo, please.
Ramadan Special. Your favorite television program, Ramadan Special, is calling you all to watch this Ramadan season on NTA Network Center for a spiritual uplifting experience. Join us every day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. for Islamic lectures and teachings, spiritual diet, hadith, Ogbonge news, fiqh, question and answer. Do not miss this opportunity to enrich your spiritual journey during this month of Ramadan. Ramadan Special is a must-watch and you can't afford to miss.
Welcome to Al-Fadri Wags Travels and Tours Limited, your one-stop destination for your travel needs. Our services include local and international bookings and ticketing, Hajj and Umrah services, also known as Islamic pilgrimage, medical tourism, where we guarantee you top quality medical treatments at affordable prices with reputable hospitals abroad, study abroad services and processing from start to finish, hotel reservations anywhere around the world. We also handle visa processing for selected countries. Contact us today at our head office number 60 Plymouth Road, Benin City, or our Lagos office number 25 Osolo Way, Ajao Estate, Lagos State, Nigeria. Our phone numbers are 0701 9311 996 or 0816 7242 682. You can send us an email info@alfadritravels.com or visit our website www.alfadritravels.com.
Welcome back, and this is the lecture segment. If you are just joining us, inshallah, we'll be receiving calls from those viewers at home. We want to know what you think about the topic. We want to know if you have questions and clarifications on the topic dealing with disease outbreak, importance of hygiene in Islam. And the number to call is 070-520-99455. And the number will be displayed on the screen so that we can have our viewers calling. And our father, Malam Suleiman Abubakar, has spoken to us about the importance of hygiene, telling us that hygiene cannot be overemphasized in Islam. Also mentioning that even as a medical professional, there are a lot of things that has to do with hygiene that comes from Islam. It's something that Islam has taught us. Islam has taught us how to make ablution. Islam has taught us how to ensure that we are clean. It has also taught us that even cleanliness is half of our faith, saying that if you get 50% of any of your exam or test or what have you, then you must have made a C. And having a C in any of these courses is actually a pass mark. So if cleanliness is half of our faith, then it means we have to put in intentional effort to see that we make all efforts to be hygienic in our surroundings, personally, and even all around. So our father, I was asking you about how these hygienic practices, how it can actually reduce, the outbreak of diseases, irrespective. You mentioned that there are some diseases that are bacterial caused, some are viral caused, even though I know that some viral diseases are self-limiting. You don't get to cure them all immediately. To take its entire course before anything can be done. And so are you saying that this can actually reduce the outbreak of diseases?
Yes, to the barest minimum.
Okay.
It can reduce it. Some people now, for example, like those that sell bread, you begin to expose the bread to the public going to consume without taking proper care. Alive flies to perch on it. This fly must have visited the toilet and so many places. At the end of the day, they will just deposit the excreta on it and you are consuming. And the person will fall back and is sick. You have used your money to buy ailments. So those people, ideally, they are supposed to be arrested. You are having a baking close to the toilet. You display your buns that you swear to our children in school. Flies will perch on it, and because they begin to eat. Those days when we have sanitary inspector, we used to call them Iko. My father was a sanitary inspector. They go around and get you arrested if your food is displayed. Today, nobody takes care of this. People will display fish in the market. From morning till night, flies has perched on it. Somebody will just come and begin to consume, drink garri with it, without washing. What have you invited? You are inviting problem to yourself and others. So much of these things we treat, we spend a lot of money, is through a lack of personal hygiene. How do you sell church food? Even the bakery and all the rest. You go to some of these big shop and all the rest supermarket like Fort Mart and on Sapele Road. You don't find any single flat where they prepare their bread. But how many of us will now take the pain to go there? Somebody want to sell a watermelon. If I display, see how I will display the watermelon, the whole flies in Benin with pest on it, and then you are consuming it. What are you consuming? You are consuming problem. You are consuming ailment. In the environment, there's stagnant water around your houses, or within the environment, you breed mosquitoes. And then at the end of the day, you fall sick, you rush, they say that they worry me for home. When you are the one worrying yourself. Say, I just took my child to the hospital yesterday. I'm taking the child back again. They are after my life. Who is after your life? You are the one that is after your own life. Islam must prescribe for all these things. So let us take time, my dear brothers and sisters and viewers at home. Let us take time to observe this person. You find that there is a lot of problem. Somebody will put on clothes for 3 or 4 days. You have not changed the clothes. You are not taking your bath. What do you expect? What do you expect? You put on 100 for 3 or 4 days, not washed.
Thank you very much, sir. So, speaking about displaying food items, it reminded me of a particular day I was going to get one of the food items that you have mentioned. And on seeing, maybe because also in the fields that I'm a nurse, and so on seeing the display, I was just I was pulled back and I was like, no, I can't take this. And what I did then, I said, okay, let me even mention to him if he even knows. So I met the man and I told him, I said, sir, this thing you are selling, don't you think it's better to cover it with, even if it's a transparent nylon, something that can help people know that, oh, this is what I'm selling, but you are selling it hygienically. The man was saying, I know, Sha, but, and I told him, I said, for persons like us that would have loved to buy
I will not personalize it
in good quantities, that I would rather not buy from you. So, according to him, he said, no worry, we will know how we will do them. I personally hoped that, he would have made some changes. But I just also think that if we mention these things again and again, we should learn from it. Just like our normal slang in Nigeria, we usually say, this is not a killer, it's a man.
I will kill you.
That was how he responded to me. And I smiled. I told him, I said, have you gone to the hospital? Have you taken time to just visit? Just to visit and see how people are suffering from the slightest bacterial infection. Something that is decaying again and again. So we hope that we are learning a lot from this and can also make good use of it. And sir, there's something about cross ventilation. These days in a room you can have a family of 7, a family of 6. Then they will now say mosquito will enter through the window. They will lock the windows. Then when they enter their houses too, they'll say, that our neighbor used to always peep, so close the door. The whole place is stuffy. And yes, so what do you think about this cross ventilation thing? Is it also part of some of those things that we should do to reduce disease outbreak?
It's very dangerous and risky. For somebody having 6 or 7 in a room, it's not hygienic. Because first and foremost, even the oxygen you take in, begin to share it. That's how you find that when you are in a crowded environment, you begin to find it. Some people will find it difficult to breathe, asphyxia, because the oxygen that is there is now less. Is not enough for the number of people that are there. You are sharing it because the plant will give out carbon dioxide. You take in oxygen. And when there's shortage of it, you see some people will get fainted because you have overcrowded the place. The oxygen that is in circulation is not enough to take care of it. So when you have such rooms that people are occupying, it is not hygienic for people to have crowded places.
I think we have a call there.
Let's take that.
Hello,
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll talk about lecture for today's lecture. He has really done justice to it. My question is, what does he have to say concerning those youth of nowadays that are doing piercing all over their body? Piercing of eyes, nose, everywhere. Does he have a bad effect on their hygiene?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much for your
Even Islamically, it is forbidden. Islamically is forbidden. I don't know what our youth are turning themselves into. Because even piercing your body with it, some people get HIV infection by exchange of this object. So it has, I don't know what relevance or what uses it plays in their life. Rather, it will make you lose a lot of things. Like I called a boy the other day, I went for a function in Igoviobo. I just invited him. Was his PS his ear was putting on earring. I now called him to a corner. I said, we are in political regime. Supposing you are the only graduate in this locality, and commissioner of health or any commissioner is zoned to you, and they now felt, this is the only boy that can go in there. If you appear like this before the House of Assembly, do you think you will be considered? He said no. If human being will not consider you, what will be in the sight of God? So of what relevance is such a thing to you that can disqualify you not to get anything? It has no meaning. Even when you place all this in your body, you find when policemen are on roadblock, you are the first target. So of what relevance? I don't. It's of no value, medically, spiritually, what have you. Nothing. The only thing it does, it has made you look irresponsible. That's the only value you get for it. The only value, it makes you irresponsible. Health-wise, it has no role to play. Medically, you are endangering your life. So I don't know the relevance. I don't know where they bought these ideas from. You see one person has tattoo on his body because he's a magician, he has money, you now begin to do it. You swag. Today, people wearing the weight. They don't even know the genesis. These are criminals who were locked up, detained in the jail, because they don't want them to hang themselves. The belt was removed from their waist. The trouser begin to look bad their waist. Now today is listen, boys will put on naked and display their pants. I don't know where we are heading to. Parents has a lot of role to play on this. So let us try to call and to act as parents. Today some of us are less. We have left agitated as parents. By 4 a.m. people are already in the Benin market selling. You leave your child in the bed. Who takes care of that child?
The child does not have the bath. Child does
Nothing,
not
nobody. We have left our responsibility. May God guide us aright.
I mean, we hope the caller has understood that piercing has no role health-wise and even Islamically. And in summary, we have had the lecturer talk to us about the importance of hygiene in Islam and has mentioned a lot of points. And we have also hoped that our viewers at home understand how some of these things are important to our well-being. And inshallah, we'll be taking the call to prayer. When we return, we'll round off the segment and take
This call to prayers is sponsored in memory of late Alhaji Suli Ashola Anibolo Uyali and Alhaja Suliyat Atwa Suli Uyali. May Almighty Allah grant them Al Jannat Fridao. This is sponsored by their children.
Welcome back, dear viewers at home. We have had the lecture segment, and our father is still very much here seated with us. We've talked about a lot of things on the importance of hygiene in Islam. Our father has told us that hygiene is a very, very good and bedrock of the Islamic foundation. In everything that we do as Muslims, we do not take hygiene for laxity, and this goes in a long way to say that for medically, that is a medical professional too. As a medical lab scientist, he understands some of the roles of hygiene in dealing with disease outbreak. He told us about washing our hands, washing it all the time as much as you can to help deal with some invisible bacteria and even other deaths that will be around our hands. Before you eat, after you eat, before you sleep, anytime at all, you should ensure to wash your hands. I think we have a caller there. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's your name and where are you calling from, please? Do you have a question for the lecturer?
Yes, I have a question I want to ask the lecturer.
Okay, please go ahead.
He was mentioning something about medical, herbal and traditional practitioners.
Okay.
You know that some of these times when you carry out treatment, you know, those herbal plays, those medications, those herbs, and the way they prepare it.
Okay.
Sometimes we feel that it's not is effective, but even with you seeing changes when you take those herbal medications.
Yeah.
Is it saying that there is a contrary?
Hello, I think we lost the call. So maybe our brother should try to call us again so we understand his question. But like I was saying in summary, washing our hands, having a very clean environment, then when there's an outbreak, do not visit and do not step out.
Whether to orthodox or so
Generally on the topic.
Like Ayala said, there's a personal hygiene, even cutting your nails. Because sometimes you have long nails that can accommodate bacteria. Your pubic hair, prophet says shave. Every Friday you are expected to cut your nails, shave your pubic hair. This goes along with that. We tell you, the prophet said take a bath before you go to the mosque. So with me, Islam all the way has been recommending personal hygiene. And this will go a long way to reduce the ailment in the society.
Jazakumullahu khairan. So I want to say a very big thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. Thank you for taking out time at this time of the day to be here with us, to speak to us on this amazing topic. For me, I've picked a lot, and I must say that I understand most of these things that we have mentioned, and I hope that our viewers at home have also done that. So inshallah, the next segment that we'll be going into is the question and answer segment, the one that every viewer at home has been anticipating, one that you can win lovely gifts that we already have here in the studio. But before we go, I would like to leave us with a prayer, something to help us stay firm in the religion. Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabit qulubana ala dinik. Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabit qulubana ala dinik. It is you asking Allah, saying, "O controller of the hearts, please keep me firm in your religion." And on this note, I want to say Jazakumullahu khairan to our viewers for staying with us, and we'll be having the question and answer segment very, very soon. Jazakumullahu khairan, sir. Thank you so much for joining. Please let's have some commercials. Thereafter, we'll take the question and answer segment.
Brothers and sisters in Islam, you are welcome to your favorite program, Ramadan Special. Allah says in Quran 3 verse 92, by no means shall you attain piety unless you spend of that which you love, and whatever of good you spend, Allah knows it all. Come and learn Allah and be rewarded in fold by supporting Ramadan special live broadcast financially or with donation of gift items, as these will sustain the program in this holy month of Ramadan and beyond. May Allah grant your prayers and reward you abundantly. For financial contributions and further inquiries, contact 080-517-18090 or pay into account number 415002556 Fidelity Bank.
Ramadan Special, Ramadan Special, Ramadan Special. Your favorite television program, Ramadan Special, is calling you all to watch this Ramadan season on NTA Network Center for a spiritual uplifting experience. Join us every day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. for Islamic lectures and teachings, spiritual diet, hadith, Ogbonge news, fiqh, question and answer. Do not miss this opportunity to enrich your spiritual journey during this month of Ramadan. Ramadan Special is a must-watch and you can't afford to miss.
Welcome to Al-Fadri Wags Travels and Tours Limited, your one-stop destination for your travel needs. Our services include local and international bookings and ticketing, Hajj and Umrah services, also known as Islamic pilgrimage, medical tourism, where we guarantee you top-quality medical treatments at affordable prices with reputable hospitals abroad, study abroad services and processing from start to finish, hotel reservations anywhere around the world. We also handle visa processing for selected countries. Contact us today at our head office number 60 Plymouth Road, Benin City, or our Lagos office number 25 Osolo Way, Ajao Estate, Lagos State, Nigeria. Our phone numbers are 0701 9311 996 or 0816 7242 682. You can send us an email info@alfadritravels.com or visit our website www.alfadritravels.com.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. To our esteemed viewers out there, if you are still with us, you should know that this is Ramadan special live at NTA Benin Network Service. And I know this is one of the most important segments that our viewers have been waiting for. And this is a question and answer segment. And we have a very good news for you. Chief Bameyi, what is the good news? Sorry, I forgot to introduce you earlier. My co-presenter here with me, or the gift giver, is no other person than Brother Bameyi Aremiya, but I love calling him Chief Bameyi.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah, I guess we have a lot of amazing package for our callers this morning.
Yes.
So what do you have to say to that?
Yes, it's just for you to watch the program so that you'll be able to answer one or two questions. We have a lot of gifts and amazing gifts. We have a gift like data so that you can subscribe your phone. We have a cash token. We have bags for our females, brothers and sisters. We also have a lot of gifts like chair. We have other amazing gifts like that.
Yeah, I also learned that I don't want to mention, let me just put it as a surprise. So when you start calling in and you are able to want for yourself, you are going to see some of this gift and you are going to hear about it. So is there any program that is going on, maybe today, tomorrow?
I think we have a caller on the line.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. What is your name and where are you calling us from this morning?
My name is Amina Hassan.
Amina Hassan. Sister Amina Hassan, as usual, we have questions from number 1 to 10. Now pick a question.
Number 6.
Question number 6. Okay, question number 6 says as follows. According to the hadith the lecturer quoted, cleanliness is half of what?
Faith.
Kabirullah.
Allahu Akbar.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. This is our first caller for this segment this morning. So what has she won for herself?
Alhamdulillah. You won for yourself an amazing gift, a temperature bottle water.
MashaAllah.
So that you can take it to school. You'll be using it to drink your tea.
Your tea, your water and everything. And,
yes.
and one fantastic thing about that bottle is that it helps you to, it moderates the temperature.
Yes.
You understand?
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
You are welcome, sister. You are welcome. So, our dear viewers out there, you should not forget that we are fully back on the Teresian mode. So you can do for your, you can do, you can tune to NTA Benin on your local TV and you will get us. So you don't have to be,
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Idris Rice.
Idris Ibrahim.
Raisa.
Okay, Idris Raisa.
Yes, I am calling from Lucky Way.
Okay, now pick a question. We have questions from number 1 to 10.
Number 3.
Question number 3. Now listen attentively, sister. Why is washing of the hands important?
Yes?
Why do you wash your hand? Why do you wash your hand?
To prevent diseases.
MashaAllah. Kabirullah.
Allahu Akbar.
It means you are really following. So what has she won for herself?
Alhamdulillah, you are one for yourself a bucket.
MashaAllah.
So that you can be using it to bathe.
MashaAllah, a bucket. What? It's not just an ordinary bucket. It's a very big bucket.
A very beautiful one.
I saw
you
that.
You can go to number 90 Cook Road to pick your gifts there with your identity card.
MashaAllah. So when you are coming, come with a means of identity so that they will know that you are the one. They will know you are the one. So that's very good. That's very good. Okay, we have another caller.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Khadija. So I'm calling from First East Circular Road.
First East Circular Road. Wow, it means you are really following the program from that end. Yeah, so we have questions from number 1 to 10. Pick a question. Question number 2. Question number 2. Question number 2 says that what was the habit of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam when he was sick?
Repeat it again.
Okay, do you know what you are going to do for us? Just kindly tune down the volume of your TV set a bit. Or you can move away from your TV set.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, did you get the question?
Okay.
What was the habit of Prophet Ibrahim when he was sick? That is, okay, go on. Like when he was sick, what did he do?
He recited one ayah and said that God will be the one to heal him.
MashaAllah, Kabirullah. I think she deserves a very fat gift, Chibameyi. So what has she won for herself?
You are one for yourself an amazing gift, a bucket,
MashaAllah, a very big bucket, a family bucket, a family bucket. That was an amazing answer. Even as much as I tried to choose the question, and she was still able to get it.
Yes,
so it means our viewers are really following.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. You can still keep watching us from NTA Benin.
Oh, we have another caller on the line.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Please speak louder. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What is your name and where are you calling from?
What is your name and where are you calling us from this morning? I think we lost that call. We lost that call. Okay, I think there's another caller on the line. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
What is your name and where are you calling us from this morning?
My name is Abdul Rashid. I'm calling from Lagos Street.
Lagos Street, mashallah. So we have questions from number 1 to 10. Pick a question.
Number 8.
Question number 8 says, mention any 2 rights a child have over his parents.
Yes, sir?
Mention any 2 rights. You know there are a lot of rights a child has over his parents. So mention any 2 of them.
Any 2 rights a child has over his parents?
Yes.
One of the rights a child has over his parents is of the responsibility. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
A right for parents to take care of the children.
Okay.
1.
Go ahead.
This is all I can remember.
Oh, there are a lot of rights. There are a lot of rights. Chief Bame, what do you think we should do to him?
Well, you should try again. Try and watch us live so that you'll be able to benefit from the lecture, FQ session.
Try and follow all the section of this program. You know the lecturer, or should I say the FQ master,
yes,
this morning, he mentioned a lot of rights that a child has over his parents. One of them is that he should choose a good parents. That is, the woman should choose a good man, the man should choose...
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Audu Aisha. I'm calling from Ekewa Road.
Audu Aisha from Ekewa Road.
Aisha, Sister Audu Aisha, pick a question.
Pick a question from 1 to 10.
Question number 2 has been taken. We have question number 1, question number 4, 5, 7, 9, and 10 left. Question number 1 says, the 2 ailments without a cure are...
The 2 ailments.
Ailments without a cure.
Assalamu alaikum. How old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
Okay.
Okay, you are 9 years old. Okay, let me give you a simpler question. A very simple question that you can answer. List the 5 pillars of Islam.
Number 1, Imam. Number 2, Salat. Number 3, Zakat. Number 4, Swam. Number 5, Hajj.
MashaAllah. Kabirullah.
Allahu Akbar.
So what has she won for herself?
Alhamdulillah, you are one for yourself, a mug, which is a cup, so that you be using it to drink water.
To drink water,
and your tea,
your wine, and everything drinkable. You can use this small cup to drink it. MashaAllah. It means a lot of people are following. So for our viewers out there, that you should know that the terrestrial service is working currently, so you don't need to waste much data again, except you don't have light. So you can tune to your local NTA Benin now, and you will get us live and direct.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Medina.
Rahimat.
Medina.
Okay, Medina. Calling us from where?
Calling from Uwagwe.
Okay.
Uwagwe. Wow, this is very amazing. It means that a lot of people from every nook and cranny of Benin are really watching this program. That's amazing. Now pick a question. We have questions from number 1 to 10. Pick a question. Sister Medina, pick a question.
Number 7.
Question number 7 says that what is personal hygiene?
Sir?
What is personal hygiene?
Personal hygiene is the cleanliness of oneself properly,
mashallah. Kabirullah.
Allahu Akbar.
So
Alhamdulillah.
what has she won for herself?
You are one for yourself, a slippers.
A beautiful one.
A beautiful one.
You know these fancy slippers now that ladies do wear today. So that's what you've won for yourself, inshallah. Kabirullah. So not to forget, you should come and claim ownership of your gift at number 19 Cook Road. Number 19 Cook Road. When you are coming, you come with a valid means of identification so that you will be confirmed that you are the true owner of that gift. Yes. MashaAllah. So while we are still expecting other callers, other calls to come in, Chief Bameyi, it is very amazing with NTA. You know, they said that their terrestrial service is now has been restored now. True. So what do you think that can help?
It will go along. I think you have a caller on the line.
Okay, before we continue on that, let's quickly take this call.
Hello,
Wa alaikum salam. What is your name and where are you calling us from? MashaAllah. Otubela Aisha, how are you doing this morning and how is the fasting going? MashaAllah. So we've not actually received any call from you yes. From the beginning of this Ramadan. Hope there is no problem.
No.
Okay, now we have question as usual. One from 1 to 10. Pick a question. Question number 10 says that today's fasting marks which day? Today's fasting marks which day?
Takbirullah.
So have you been fasting? Have you fasted up to day 8? Hello? Okay, we lost that. So what has she won for herself, Chief Bameyi?
Alhamdulillah. She has won for herself a
temperature bottle. MashaAllah. Kabirullah.
Allahu Akbar.
So you've won for yourself a temperature bottle.
Wa alaikum salam.
What is your name and where are you calling us from this morning? Okay, now we have question from number 1 to 10. Pick a question.
Question number 7.
Question number 7. Okay, question number 7 says that what is self-medication? Self-medication. What is self-medication?
Self-medication.
When you say self-medication, you are doing self-medication or you are practicing self-medication. What do you mean by that?
Self-medication means where you are taking your drugs and where you are taking care of yourself.
No, that's not what self-medication means. Just to round it up, self-medication means when you are taking drugs without a proper prescription of that drug. So you just walk into a chemist, you've not even run any test, and you say, give me paracetamol, and you are having malaria, you are just bugging your system with paracetamol. You are taking drugs when it's not supposed to, how it's not supposed to be. So that is self-medication. So at this point, this is where we are going to round up. We want to thank everybody that has made it a success that this program is on. We want to thank the entire crew of NTA They've been doing a nice job. We want to thank our patron. We want to thank the executive of Nasrullah Society of Nigeria, the NASFAT, and we also want to thank the entire generality of the Muslim Ummah that have been taking their time to watch Ramadan special. So at this point, we want to say that we are going to draw the curtain for today's program. Inshallah, we'll come your way again tomorrow, same time, same station. At this point, we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you tomorrow, inshallah.